What's going on, guys? We're talking about Xdefiant, how it compares with Call of Duty. We're going all over from the beta, from pros to cons, and really like everything what we thought about it. Compared to Call of Duty. We're doing it with myself. It's JMH, XL_88, Cult Psycho, and dowellson. Alright, guys, what is your thoughts of Xdefiant? Honest reviews.
One at a time.
Matthew?
I will go first then. I like it. I really do. I think it's. I mean, it's in beta at the minute, so it's testing, but I think it's got a lot of potential.
It's got to have a lot of potential, I think.
A lot of potential. Yeah.
D?
Love it.
Me, first impressions, very impressed with it being in the beta stage. How well it plays is very surprising. I wasn't expecting it to feel as smooth and as seamless as it does. They've obviously had the server issues to begin with, but they seem to have sorted them out pretty quick. All round impressions is very, very positive.
Good.
And I think if they carry on the way they're going at release, it's going to be an insane game because I've enjoyed it so far.
Good stuff. XL?
I like it. I just feel like it's missing something. I don't know what it's missing. I just feel like something's missing from it. Like, where it's going to keep me interested for a long period of time. Like, right now, yeah, because it's a beta, so I felt like I had to play it because it's a limited time.
Yep.
For me, when it comes out, it's going to be hit or miss for me. Like, I don't think it's going to be like I feel towards COD, where it's my go-to.
Okay.
I'll pick it up or I'll put it down kind of thing.
Do you think same as me, where I think it could be a little bit faster gameplay? It feels a tad bit slow while you're running, but I think it's just tweak the speed a little bit, it'd be a bit better.
For me, like, because I'm a controller player, the sensitivity and how low it is ridiculous. Like, I do feel like that game is tailored more for mouse and keyboard. Like, could be wrong, but the fact I had to turn the sensitivity right up in order to turn around and shoot someone was a little bit nuts.
I'm on 45 sensitivity on mine.
Holy.
Yeah, I keep on upping mine. Every time I play, I up it a little bit because I'm just being shit on. I'm being constantly shit on for it.
It's quite surprising because I play on 30, which I think is that the default 30.
Not sure.
Do you start off
No, I think the default were like 20 on it, something like that.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't think I've changed it. And I feel that I think it plays a hell of a lot nicer on controller, personally. I've tried it on keyboard and mouse. I feel like it needs tweaking on keyboard and mouse. I don't know whether they've done it during the beta. I don't know. But I personally think it's going to be dominated by controller players. I think it's going to be a lot like COD.
Okay.
What I've noticed is the aim assist isn't nowhere near as strong as Call of Duty. Because the aim assist, Modern Warfare 2, is just stupid.
Does it have aim assist?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah. It's a lot more balanced aim assist on Xdefiant, what I've noticed.
I've never noticed it.
No, it definitely does have some, like, you could feel it kind of pulling, just not to the extent of COD, where if someone runs past you, it's going to snap onto them kind of thing. It's more subtle. And I did notice, because like with COD, if you've got two players running in opposite direction, it doesn't know what to do, the aim assist, whereas with Xdefiant, it was a little bit more easier to like, oh, well, actually, I'm aiming at this one because they're the bigger threat. Yeah. Whereas with COD, it'll automatically try and go.
It's a lot more balanced on this Xdefiant from what I've experienced.
With my thoughts on the game, I quite enjoyed it. I actually played the crap out of it. I probably played like at least 12 hours or so on it altogether. Will this kill Call of Duty?
No.
No.
No. It's a complete different feel to the game. It sort of reminds me, like you just said, of the older Call of Duties. More, in my eyes, more the Black Ops. Like the earlier Black Ops. With, like you say, the added Apex movement with the Overwatch abilities and stuff like that. But I think was it Black Ops 2 we had abilities?
Yeah,
abilities.
and 3.
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4.
Oh, okay, not
yeah,
2.
Black Ops 3. Okay. Them sort of abilities, it sort of reminds me of that. But there's some similarities between Xdefiant and COD, but two different, completely different games. I'd say.
Dean?
Yeah.
It's way too soon to be able to tell. They need to do a lot of work. It's a brand new game. Again, it's a different feel to COD. Right now, it's not going to kill COD. COD's still going to hold a pretty healthy community. There's still a lot of people that like to play Warzone in the casual space. So I think while Warzone's out and you can keep these casual players coming back, I don't think it's going to kill COD. I think it's just going to attract a different type of community. I feel it's going to attract a more multiplayer focused community. The ones that don't touch BRs, don't touch Warzone in COD. People that just play COD multiplayer. I think it'll attract a few of those over. But no, I think it's just going to be a game that is going to be a game that's different. Something to just kind of change and swap to when you've had enough of Call of Duty, for example. But no, I know a lot of these YouTubers are putting thumbnails saying, "Oh, it's the COD killer," blah blah blah. But no, I don't think it is. I just think it's got potential to be a very very solid competitor to Call of Duty. I don't think it's going to kill COD though.
No.
How does this game compare to COD, Dowson?
It's hard to compare it to COD, I think. I feel like Call of Duty feels like a different game to this. I think this plays in certain ways very similar, but in certain ways not. It plays a lot differently. I think that's down to the factions, the different characters with different abilities. So you can't outright compare it to COD, I don't think. But in terms of just raw, like gunplay, as in, it feels very much like COD 4 in my eyes. Just the gunplay alone, it feels really solid. I feel, and it feels arcadey, and it doesn't feel like there's much kind of movement in the weapons in terms of recoil and personality. It just feels smooth and solid, like an arcadey shooter should feel. But yeah, very very reminiscent of COD 4 in my opinion. You get the gunplay especially, but then the movement and the abilities is a different part of the game which you can't really compare to COD in my opinion.
It definitely feels like a different game from COD, but it has like the COD guns, COD game modes, and it's got the Apex movement, got the Overwatch abilities. It's sort of 3 games in one. I quite enjoy that, But will it take off when it launches? Poss.
Well, it's just a wait and see type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if they keep on top of the issues, they keep on top of the patch notes, being very transparent with the community, letting everyone know what they're working on, what's going to be coming, I think it'll be a successful game in my eyes. They've got the backing of some old COD pros, old Activision employees, if I'm not mistaken, which is a lot of experience, and they've got a lot of FPS experience. Some have got, competitive backgrounds that are working on it as well. So I know they're planning on bringing ranked to it on release, which is good.
Funny enough, it was on ranked right now. Ranked is out just for a little beta.
I know they've tested. I've not actually played it during the beta. I know they've had. I know they give people a chance to play it.
It's still locked when I play on it, and then they go. I said it, and they've opened it and then shut it again.
Another good thing I've heard, I don't know how true it's going to be at release, but they've said in the casual playlist there's going to be no skill-based matchmaking, which I think's the right decision.
I'm not sure about that.
I think it's going to make it a lot more of a nicer experience for casual players, personally.
I mean, when you sweat a game, like on COD, for example, you'll be into the next sweaty lobby. The other problem with this one, if you're in a sweaty team, sweaty players against you, you're going to keep getting the sweats against you. That's the only difference, I would say, with it.
For me, I get the whole thing with like skill-based matchmaking, and I get why people don't like it. But at the same time, if you are somebody, so you think about gatherings as a whole, right? You have some people who are really good at shooters, and there's some who just dabble in them, right? So really, you kind of going to affect the ones who don't play it all the time. Like when you think about it, so skill-based matchmaking does have a place for those who don't play as often or haven't got as much experience as the others, like who's played COD.
Yeah, it's kind of like, for example, say if you have a team of say 4 people, and you have two players with really bad, say, KDs, for example, one player with an average KD, and then another player with an insane KD. The guy with the person with the insane KD will bump the average.
Yeah, they would.
Up of the game they're going into, which will result in matchmaking with sweaty lobbies. So I think with not having SBMM in the game, yes, every now and again you probably come against a demon like 4-stack, 5-stack squad. Where you get on with that game, get out, and you move on to the next. It very much felt like, again, going back to COD 4, because COD 4 didn't have skill-based matchmaking.
Not really, no.
And I felt like I got into a lot kind of better lobbies back then, way less sweaty. You didn't have to try hard as much. But you would every now and again get a full stack team which would absolutely murder you the entire game.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel as much as it feels like when I play Call of Duty now, it feels like if I'm not trying or if I'm not giving my 100%, you just get battered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So I think hopefully the no skill based matchmaking will work in everybody's favour. It may or may not. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
My issue is definitely the sensitivity. The connection to the servers was awful at one point. You just couldn't get into a game, and I know that it's a beta, so they'll fix those before it comes out, kind of thing. I just think a lot of people wasted a lot of time when they could have been playing it, with server connection issues, and like for me, it is just simply the fact of I don't believe that controller players have it as easy as keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
And then obviously the spawns as well. Like the game that we played where that was ridiculous and it boiled my piss. I couldn't get out of spawn. Every time you moved, someone was there. They were just camped and they knew exactly where you were coming from.
Yeah.
And that really irritated me.
D?
Yeah. Server. I think everyone's going to agree on the server issues that they've had. But I think the how quickly they sorted them and sorted them out is impressive. It shows that they're paying enough attention about the beta and that they're listening to people, and which the developers of COD just aren't doing. They're communicating with people via Twitter and other means. They're constantly keeping people up to date with what's going on, which is, I think, needed in a game like this. So yeah, mainly for me, it was the server issues that I've experienced, which was the problem. At one point, I was making loadouts, going into a game, coming out of that game, and it just wiped all my loadouts.
Oh, nice.
As well, that was another issue. But again, that seems to have been sorted the last time I played it.
Okay.
That's been sorted. So honestly, I haven't got that many issues with the beta. I think it's one of the best betas I've played
In a while.
in terms of how it's felt. So yeah, no, I'm.
Do you think it's as good as the Modern Warfare 2 beta? Because I really enjoyed the beta of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, no, it's
personally, yeah.
It was okay. Yeah, again, Modern Warfare 2 beta was good. I think that felt like it was a little bit more kind of long. It was kind of at a point longer down the line than the Xdefiant beta was. I've got a feeling this game's not going to be coming out for a while.
You reckon?
Probably like October, maybe.
Maybe October, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be a little bit later on in the year. I would say I'll be surprised if it's sooner. But yeah,
Maybe like late summer or something. Maybe. We never know.
I think if they rush it though to bring it out and they don't address all of the issues that have been fed back, it'll tank straight away.
Like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. But you see, Modern Warfare 2's beta for me played a lot better than the game did when it was released.
Yeah.
Like it was
It was
insane.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was faster. The audio was better. Everything, even the guns felt better, like in the beta compared to when it was released. I don't really know where Activision went wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. Matt, what is your opinion? Well, what's the issue for the beta, do you think?
I think we've already covered the main thing with servers, which, like Dee just stated, they sorted out very, very quickly, which I was impressed with. I think it could do, like I say, with the speed being tweaked a bit. So a little bit faster pace because it seems a tad bit slow. And sensitivity for when you're on controller. Because like we're saying, I've pushed mine up to 40, 45 on both. And it still feels slow.
Like COD 45, you'll be on like 36,000
Yeah.
DPI on your mouse and keyboard, you
I'd
know?
be sick.
Yeah.
I'd be sick with that
Like doing
sensitivity.
like 720s like within a second, you know? Playing like Fortnite, like doing a fucking scatcher.
You'd move your analog stick and do like 7 or 8 spins in a row. Not even. Yeah.
I think if you're.
I think.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt,
I think the sensitivity needs tweaking definitely.
I think if you're a good keyboard and mouse player, you're gonna do all right on this game.
Yeah.
I've seen some videos on YouTube. You know, the likes of Strafe, who's the insane mouse and keyboard player. Like his movement is just insane on this game. Like watching him play COD and watching him play this, he looks insane at this game so far. So I think if you're good on mouse and keyboard on this game, I think it's going to be hard to beat a good keyboard and mouse player. But we'll see. We'll see when the full game comes out.
The only issue I had, the only issue I had with I did fine with the beta, the mouse and keyboard stutter. Like sometimes you'll move right or left, and it didn't quite catch you straight away. It's like a little stutter. Apart from
there's
that,
a little bit of input. I think it's a little bit of
delay.
A little bit of delay, but apart from that, and like it was very, very sweaty. But everyone's going to be sweaty on a very like brand new beta, and of course the spawns. But you can't do nothing about the spawns. Like with this beta, it just throws you random. So apart from that,
I'll tell you what did annoy me, which we've not said, being shot through walls.
Oh yeah, I mean D had a good handful of that, didn't you, D?
I had a lot of it where it did feel like I was around the corner and then I'd just die. So it's whether or not it was wall bangs or bullets felt like they were bending around corners after you were around the corner. With certain characters and certain factions. One being the healer character, the one that's got the stim. He's just way too strong right now. It's crazy. You can tell because everyone's running it. Like everyone's using it.
It's so broken.
Yeah, her ultimate ability, where she gets like a massive orange overshield, it's just insane. You might as well just not bother shooting at him because you're not going to kill him.
I actually love that overshield. It's so good.
I've noticed one other thing. The SMGs, the MP5 and that,
very strong.
Hit so little.
Really?
I agree. I agree 100%. Whereas these were saying that the MP7 and the MP5 felt really good, and I was like, "Are you using a different?"
Yeah, I tried using it early, literally before we jumped on this video. I was playing it, and I felt like I picked up the MP5 and thought, "I'll give this a blast" because I've not used it yet, and I was like, "I've emptied a full round of this guy. He's not dead." Like,
I was exactly the same.
See, I quite enjoyed the MP7. It had a bit more of a bigger like mag in it, so that I could kill like 2 to 3 people at a push. But the moment you run out of bullets, the reload time I found was quite slow a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with that. The good bit is you can reload cancel when you need to.
Yeah. How nice that was.
That was so nice.
Yeah.
What needs to change about the game of Xdefiant?
Speed and the sensitivity. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
There's sort of the issue server, which every game has issue servers. Yeah. When they first, especially through beta. But speed, I still think the speed needs tweaking, unless it is something like what Dee said with the different operators, different speeds. I don't know, but just the thing that doesn't quite click is with the characters thing. The character that is supposed to be more like a tank is just as streamlined as what the other quick ones are. So I don't know, but I think sensitivity is the main thing, especially for controller players.
XL?
For me, it's spawn. Change the spawns. Nerf some of the abilities. Speed a little bit. And the sensitivity of the controller. If you change them, I think The game has a lot of potential.
For me, obviously, it was the spawns. That was a nightmare to deal with. I did also find when you were like regaining health after you've been shot at, it was like
Slow.
5 to 8
Slow.
seconds because of how bad you hit.
Way too slow. Yeah.
And obviously that healing ability was like rapid. Like you can get shot, just use it like half a second, you're back up to like 120 health with an extra 20 health included, and like obviously for you to win the fight. But a lot, I don't think needs a change, but just like the main bits of it, like obviously the health sense. But I can't think of really much else needs to change. I think it's generally a good beta.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah, again, same things. I hope they keep the servers kind of going and not, they need to keep up the support of the servers, keep them kind of up to date, so we don't have the problem that they had at the start of the beta. They need to, again, like change some of the abilities, like the healing ability needs nerfing. Again, like you touched on before, the health regen is way too slow. That's why you're seeing so many people play the healing character, because they get healed straight away. You found like you had to like kind of run away, wait till your health regen, then get back into the fight. Where it's just it slowed the game down way too much. Time to kill, I think needs to be a little bit slower. I think it's too quick, personally. Especially with certain guns, whether or not it's the damage of certain guns that need tweaking or the overall time to kill. I think it's too quick, so hopefully they'll change that.
I think that's just a case of they need to balance weapons more, I think.
Maybe so. I don't know, but I just felt like the time to kill was very, very quick.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they're the only main things that spawns as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, spawns. But yeah, again, overall, like I don't really have that many complaints about it. I think it's been a solid experience. Again, the things that they've changed and kind of patched quickly has been impressive. So I think we'll wait and see now for release to see what changes they make.
And also, XOM, when the game is fully released, will you be playing it?
I think I'll dabble in it. I don't think I'll play it anywhere near as much as play Call of Duty.
D?
100%. I'm going to be playing it. It's free to play. Why not? You're not going to be spending any money to buy the game. It's going to be one of those games, I think, that, when Call of Duty's annoying us, we'll just all hop on this.
Yeah, I think that's the void it's going to fill.
Yeah.
But look how often Call of Duty annoys us.
Fucking daily.
It's but that's the type of game it's going to be for me. It's not going to be my number one game. It's going to be a game that I'll just play when, just when I want to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. So you're like classic FPS.
Yeah, it's a fun experience with a party of you. I don't think I'll play it on my own. I don't tend to like to play competitive FPS games on my own. I tend to hard. It's hard playing with random people. It's better. It's a lot better with a party of people that you know. So yeah, not going to be my main game, but I'll definitely be playing it.
I think I'll definitely be playing it. Like Dee just said, it won't be my main game. As obviously we all play Call of Duty a lot, but I think it'll definitely be one of them where we bounce between it. I think it will replace games like Apex, and Fortnite, because I think they've just been out too long and
need something fresh.
I think, something new. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing it. It's like Dee said, it's free to play. You're not losing out, so why not?
So I'll be playing it myself. I won't sweat it. I'll probably just do it on the side when I like fed up with COD. But yeah, it's free to play. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's just like one of them games where you can just step to the side and like playing like casually, without sweating, I guess, because of like no skill based.
I mean, for me, I think it's more down to what they do upon release, because it could be a really good game, and like the whole topic of this thing, it could take a lot of people away from Call of Duty, especially a lot of the casual players.
Hopefully the dickheads.
Yeah. But then again, if these streamers have a big input in Call of Duty and they tweak things that people don't like, a lot of these casual players that are thinking it's not for us anymore, we'll go across and play it.
Yeah.
So it could take a large chunk of the Call of Duty community. It could do.
Well, guys, we've been Scarred Runes. Thanks for tuning in on the discussion about Xdefiant. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.